So recently I've uploaded quite a few videos where the title is something along the lines of, this person just ruined their career, and for the most part, it's not entirely true. Like, yeah, the person I'm talking about has done something very dodgy, they're getting a lot of backlash, but in the grand scheme of things, they're probably gonna be fine. But as for the person we're talking about today, this genuinely has ruined their career, because after this situation that we're gonna talk about, their account is now being banned. But yeah, before we get any further with the video, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. I think we're about 12,000 away from 400k, so we're getting kind of close now, so any help would be bloody lovely. So the TikToker in question is someone called Paige Baker, and I can't show you her actual account because, I mean, it's been banned, but she had about 80,000 followers, and from what I could tell, her most popular videos was stuff like unpopular opinions, or just something that's a bit controversial. And I actually saved one of her most popular videos before her account got banned, so let's take a look.
I've decided TikTok is way too dry, so I'm going to start some drama. You're so welcome. I'm going to share some of my unpopular modern day opinions with you all. Number 1. There are 2 genders, male and female.
God, that's a unique unpopular opinion, eh? Fuck, I've never heard anyone say that before. I feel like this is the go-to thing to say when someone just wants to be a bit edgy, you know, and show they're a little bit different. When in actual reality, or at least in my opinion, when I see someone making a video just randomly saying, oh, by the way, guys, there's only 2 genders, I'm like, why do you care that much? To me, these are the type of people who come across as the snowflakes, which is what they like to call people, which makes no sense because they're the ones getting so annoyed and so passionate about something that doesn't affect them. And then they'll hop on Facebook and make a post saying, oh, the world's gone soft. Like, yeah, the world has gone soft, mate. You're raging over the fact that someone's identified in a way that you don't agree with. Like, that seems pretty soft to me.
Number 2. Addiction is a choice, not an illness.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah, she's not the brightest person in the world, is she? I'm sure that there's a lot of gambling or drug addicts watching this video right now and thinking, wow, I never thought of that. Maybe I should just decide not to be an addict.
Number 3 is that OnlyFans is for lazy bastards who can't be asked to get a job.
I love how she calls this unpopular opinions and then just gives the most basic opinions of every old bloke on Facebook. To me, Paige just comes across as a bit of a pick-me girl because I saw her in a TikTok account before I saw her got banned, so I didn't get to save it. But I saw she had a few videos talking about how, like, men go for toxic women and it makes it bad for people like her because she's not toxic. Which to me gives the impression that she makes a lot of these videos to just say what she thinks men want to hear, and there are only 2 genders and the OnlyFans girls are bad are 2 of the things that a lot of lads tend to say, right? But yeah, that was a basic rundown of the type of content that you would expect on her TikTok account. But now let's get to the situation that actually got her account banned. And it came from a live stream that she did with this TikToker here called Action J MMA, and as we can see by his bio, he is a disabled MMA fighter. And he posts a bunch of videos at the gym, lifting weights, or at an MMA gym, like training jiu-jitsu or something, and there's always like a caption saying, look, I've got a disability, but I'm not gonna let that stop me. Now, Jay actually ended up on a TikTok live with Paige, and Paige thought that Jay was lying about his disability and then started making some jokes.
Oh my god, you look bolted.
What do you mean?
You alright?
Yeah, why?
So at this point, you could maybe use the excuse that she obviously didn't know that he was disabled and she made some jokes straight away, but to that I would say, it is still just a bit weird to kind of join a live with a stranger and be like, fucking hell, you look bolted. Are you alright? But yeah, if you want to use the excuse that she didn't know that Jay was disabled, then maybe you can at this point. But then Jay makes it pretty obvious and tells her, look, I am disabled and now you're taking the piss out of me.
Ollie.
Why?
Just laughing at him now.
Mate, how much crack have you had today?
Oh, lovely. Hey, what a beautiful thing to say. And the thing is, as we'll see by her apology video later, she tries using the excuse of, oh, the chat were telling me that he's lying and faking it. She hasn't even given the chat a chance to get involved yet. Straight off the bat, bloody hell, you look bolted, are you alright, and how much crack have you smoked today? She didn't check the chat for a second, it wouldn't even caught up to real time yet.
You mocking of my disability.
Sorry?
You mocking of my disability.
How long are you going to keep this up?
Bloody hell, yeah, not the most likeable person in the world, is she? Like, already, there wasn't much of an excuse for the stuff that she was saying, but at this point, you have no excuse. He's literally told you, I've got a disability, and now you're just mocking it. And even if you thought for a second that, oh, maybe he could be faking it, which he obviously isn't, but even if for some reason you thought that, maybe you shouldn't just act with complete certainty. She's literally acting like she's known this bloke for her entire life and knows for an absolute fact that he's faking this, when obviously in actual reality, this is the first time they've met. But to be fair, this might just be another one of her unpopular opinions, you know? The fact that disabled people don't exist. Sounds like something she'd say.
You mocking of my disability.
How long are you going to keep it up?
No, what do you mean?
Are you going to keep it up for long, or are we going to give up soon?
What? How is she talking with such certainty? I don't get it. You know, I actually saw some comments on this video from people saying, oh, well, she clearly didn't know, she wasn't mocking him. He's literally telling her. Like, even if she thought that there was a possibility that he could be faking this, she had two choices, right? Choice one is to talk to him like he is telling the truth and be considerate of the fact that he is telling the truth and not mock his disability. Or choice two is to mock his disability with the chance that he could actually be disabled, and now you've just publicly humiliated a disabled person. And she chose the second option. I mean, I've seen some poor decisions in my time, but that has got to be right up there.
You mocking of my disability.
Christ, can I get myself a robot?
Ah, that's a lovely thing to say, isn't it?
Hurry.
And then she leaves. Hey, she really thought her work here was done. She mocked a disabled person, got a bit bored, and then fucked off to, like, make some food or something. Hey, what a great human. Now, after this live stream, Paige just kind of went on with her day, right? But Jay actually posted the screen recording of this live stream, and obviously, a lot of people were pissed off. And from this, a lot of people went over to Paige's account and started leaving comments saying, like, why are you mocking a disabled person? And then we got an apology video.
So, for anyone who's seen the video on Jay's end, I completely understand. It looks really, really rude and it's awful, and I will hold my hands up and own that.
Ah, what makes you say that? Hey, I don't think you said anything rude personally. Like, all you did was ask a disabled person if he's on crack, said that he looked bolted, asked what was wrong with him, and then said that he was lying about his disability. But other than that, it wasn't that rude.
I just wanted to explain into context from my side of the live.
Oh yes, context.
How and why
Give us the context.
I reacted that way. So when Jay first joined my live, I did instantly make a dick comment, and again, that is completely my fault. I'll hold my hands up and say where I'm wrong. Shouldn't have done that. I just do that with everyone that joins my live, so that's kind of my thing. I just banter with people and take the piss.
Now, to be fair, if she did just make the initial comment and then realise, like, who she was speaking to and how offensive she was being, and then took that back, apologised, and carried on a normal conversation, we wouldn't be here, would we? You know, it is kind of because you kept it going for like 3 minutes straight.
I had a lot of my commenters explaining to me and telling me that Jay fakes his disability and that it wasn't real.
Now see, this is the part where I think she's just lying and putting the blame on other people, because if you actually think of it logically, it doesn't really make sense. She says that she only said what she said because people were telling her in the comment section that Jay was faking his disability. But if you know anything about live streams, you would know that there's actually quite a bit of a delay between the person actually saying something in real life to then it being seen on a live stream. So within the time of Paige being able to say something and then it being seen on a live stream and then people being able to type out a comment telling her that this person is lying about his disability, she'd already dropped like 6 or 7 comments at that point. So you can use that excuse all you want, but for me personally, not buying it.
And for me, it put me in a bit of a poisonous spot because I do work with disabled people at home and my brother does. I know people that are disabled. I'm very close with people that are.
Oh, it's the classic response, eh? See, I can't be taking the piss out of people disabled because I know people who are disabled. And the way she says that it put her in a poisonous spot, like, how have you came to that conclusion? And like I said earlier, you're either going to be the person who is respectful to someone, and unfortunately that person has lied about a disability, but you've done absolutely nothing wrong, or you're going to be the person who maybe just insulted someone who actually is disabled. Like, which one do you want to be?
So for me to be joined with someone who, you can see the confusion in my face of trying to work out whether he was genuine or whether he was messing with me.
Oh, there was no working out. There was absolutely no working out. You were 100% adamant. The bloke literally said over and over again, why are you mocking my disability? And you kept saying, oh, how long are we keeping this up for? I wish I had a robot. You weren't trying to work out shit. You had made your mind up 100%.
I have disabled my comments purely because I just can't deal with negativity very well.
She can't take negativity well, even though she has made countless number of videos just insulting people. Like, how can you make so many videos insulting insulting people just based on the way that they want to live their lives, even though it doesn't affect you in the slightest, but then you can't take it when people call you out for mocking someone who's disabled. Like, how does that make sense? But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please do a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and if you want to let me know topics to talk about in future videos, the best way to do that's on my Instagram. It's always linked in the description, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.